Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the TIFF press conference for City to City. In just a moment, we'll be bringing out all of the directors taking part in the program. There'll be about 90 seconds of flash photography, and then we'll ask everyone to sit down, and photographers, please move to the back. Members of the media, please stand and identify yourself and the name of your media outlet before you ask a question. And everyone, please make sure your cell phones are off. If you'd like to watch the press conference, it's being streamed live at www.tiff.net/festival. And it's now my pleasure to welcome the directors participating in this City to City program, as well as our moderator, Cameron Bailey. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Cameron Bailey, the co-director of the Film Festival. We're here this morning to talk about the films of the City to City program, Buenos Aires. We've been doing City to City for 3 years now. This is a city we've always been attracted to. The programmers, Kate Laurie Van de Ven, Diana Sanchez, and myself, have been interested in what's been going on in Buenos Aires for the last really more than 10 years. And we were very pleased to be able to bring this group of 10 films together. There are 8 new films in the program, 2 films that are retrospective titles, and it's what we think is a really good representation of what's happening in the city of Buenos Aires right now. We've got several of the filmmakers with us here this morning. Pablo Trapero will be joining us. I believe he's on his way right now. He's the director of Crane World, which is one of the retrospective titles. Alison Murray, of course, the director of Caprichosos de San Telmo. We have Santiago Mitre, the director of The Student. We have Roman Cardenas, the director of The Stones, Carlos Sorin, the director of The Cat Vanishes, and this is our translator. So we will be able to take questions in Spanish as well, and we will have a translation both ways. Maybe we can begin by asking all of the filmmakers here to address one very simple question, which is, what specific place in Buenos Aires or a specific event in Buenos Aires inspired your own film? Maybe we'll begin with you, Alison.
My film was shot almost entirely in the neighborhood of San Telmo, which is actually probably the oldest neighborhood in Buenos Aires. I live there part-time with my family, and I was walking with my child, crying baby, through the city, trying to make her go to sleep, and I heard this powerful drumming. And I walked towards the drumming, and my baby started to fall asleep, and I thought, this is something good. And then I saw this group of dancers and drummers in the park, and those are the very dancers and drummers that you'll see in my film, Caprichosos de San Telmo.
And maybe you can go next, Santiago.
Sí. Bueno, mi película está filmada casi en su totalidad en un único lugar de Buenos Aires, que es la Universidad de Buenos Aires, la UBA, que es la universidad pública más grande de Argentina y tal vez una de las más grandes de Sudamérica.
My movie is almost completely shot in one of the most known, best known places in Buenos Aires, which is UBA, the University of Buenos Aires. It's a public university.
Bueno, y es una de las universidades más grandes de Sudamérica probablemente.
And it's one of the largest universities in South America.
Can you tell us a little bit about why the university was interesting to you as a setting for your film?
Bueno, la película retrata como ciertos procedimientos políticos.
The movie is about political movements.
Y filmamos esa institución como para representar desde el modo en el que funciona la política en la universidad, como para tratar de referir a esos procedimientos.
And we try to refer to those processes by shooting in the university to see how politics work within the university.
Las universidades públicas en Argentina son ambientes muy politizados.
There's lots of politics going on in the public universities in Argentina.
Thank you. Roman, can you tell us about this specific event or place that inspired your film?
Bueno, mi película no transcurre estrictamente dentro de la ciudad de Buenos Aires,
My movie wasn't shot strictly within the city of Buenos Aires,
pero sí en el contorno de ella,
but in the outskirts of the city,
en un lugar muy particular y geográficamente único en el mundo,
in a very particular place and from the geographical point of view, kind of unique.
llamado Delta del Paraná.
It's called Delta del Paraná.
Pablo Trapero, ladies and gentlemen, joining us. Please continue, Roman.
Es una congruencia de 3 ríos, el Paraná, el Río de la Plata y el Uruguay.
You have 3 rivers, Paraná, de la Plata, and Uruguay.
Y allí el Río de la Plata se divide en 22 bocas.
And there, el Río de la Plata divides itself in 22 different, like mini rivers.
Tributaries. Yeah.
Y bueno, y es un fenómeno único justamente porque hay mucha cantidad de islas en un río, sobre todo.
That means that within one river you have lots of islands, and that's pretty unique.
Okay. Carlos, can you tell us about The Cat Vanishes and what inspired that film specific to Buenos Aires?
En realidad, bueno, yo nací en Buenos Aires,
I was born in Buenos Aires.
me formé en Buenos Aires,
I was educated in Buenos
he vivido
Aires.
toda mi vida en Buenos Aires,
I lived all of
pero
my
sin
life in
embargo
Buenos
todas
Aires.
mis películas, el lugar de mis películas son en general rurales y específicamente los desiertos patagónicos.
But most of my movies are shot within the rural areas and the Patagonia, the deserts in the Patagonia.
Esta es prácticamente mi primera película en Buenos Aires, mi
And I
primera
would-
película en una ciudad.
And I would say that this is my first movie shot in a city, in Buenos Aires in this case.
Es casi una ópera prima en ese
I would
sentido.
say this is an opera prima.
La película transcurre el 70% dentro de una casa.
70% of the movie is shot in a house.
En realidad la casa está en Buenos Aires, está en el barrio de Belgrano, que es un barrio muy prestigioso.
The script is, the history is in a neighborhood, a very prestigious neighborhood, Belgrano, in Buenos Aires.
Pero la historia podría ocurrir en Bogotá, en Los Ángeles, en Barcelona, en cualquiera de las grandes ciudades.
But this house could be in any of the big cities like Bogotá, LA, Barcelona.
Así que, bueno, mi próxima película vuelvo al sur.
So for my next movie, I'll go back to the south.
I will say, though, that in The Cat Vanishes, there is a theme that has very much to do with psychology, which to me seems to be specific to Buenos Aires. I think there's a very high concentration of people who are in either psychoanalysis or psychology, and that element in the film is very important.
Sí, es cierto, es tradicional, uno de los centros de la psicología, de todas las escuelas de vanguardia. Buenos Aires siempre estuvo avanzada y creo que debe tener seguramente o tuvo el mayor densidad de población psicoanalizada en el mundo. Sí.
It's true. Buenos Aires is considered one of the cities with the most amount of people that go for psychology sessions in the world. And so you can see there are different schools of psychology, like the avant-garde or anything else.
That may mean that either Buenos Aires is the most sane city in the world or the craziest, I'm not sure. Pablo, let's move on to you now. Your films have really been a significant part of what's called the Argentine New Wave. The film that we're showing here is called Crane World, which is seen as the beginning of that. Can you tell us a little bit about what was specific about Buenos Aires in Crane World?
Ok. Bueno, a diferencia de Carlos, yo no soy de Buenos Aires.
Well, unlike Carlos, I'm not from Buenos Aires.
No nací en Buenos Aires, no estudié en Buenos
I
Aires.
wasn't born in Buenos Aires. I didn't study in Buenos Aires.
Pero después con los años sí, ¿no?
But,
Me
but through the
mudé,
years I moved there.
estudié
I
y
studied
trabajé
there.
en Buenos Aires como ahora. Y entonces Mundo Grúa en ese momento era, bueno, es todavía fue mi primera película.
And at that time, well, it still is my first movie, Crane War.
Y de alguna manera hablaba de este movimiento un poco personal que había vivido y que mucha gente conoce y vive en Argentina sobre un poco lo que es Buenos Aires y lo que es el Gran Buenos Aires, lo que se conoce como el Gran Buenos Aires.
And the movie is focused mainly on this topic very familiar to people in Buenos Aires, which is Buenos Aires itself and the surroundings and the outskirts of the city.
Y el personaje protagónico de esa película está en ese lugar, ¿no? Entre Buenos Aires, la ciudad, y Buenos Aires.
And the main character in the movie is a little bit in Buenos Aires, the city, and also the outskirts of Buenos Aires.
Y y vive en afuera de la ciudad.
So he lives out of the city,
pero trabaja en la ciudad.
But he works in the city.
Y un poco la película describe ese movimiento de un lugar a otro con la narración que trata sobre este hombre que busca trabajo en una obra en construcción, y es una obra grande.
So basically the movie talks about this movement going from one place to the other, people looking for jobs, in this case a construction job.
Específicamente en una grúa, o sea, como operador de una grúa.
Specifically here operating a crane.
Y entonces ir a Buenos Aires para este personaje significa eso, conseguir ese trabajo. Y la película habla de la búsqueda del trabajo, pero también de la relación entre estos dos lugares.
So the movie talks, of course, about the search for a job, but in this case also is about people going to the city, to the big city, in search for a job and what it means to them.
Y bueno, habla de muchas otras cosas, pero principalmente esta búsqueda del trabajo y esta necesidad del personaje de encontrar su lugar tiene un poco que ver con que su lugar podría estar en esta ciudad. Después no, porque pierde su trabajo y se va a la Patagonia, a los lugares donde...
So this is, again, it's a search for a job, for work, but it's also this search of this character trying to find where his place is. And he thinks that his place might be in the city because of work, but then it ends up not being the place because he goes and he moves to Patagonia.
Entonces se mueve como 1.500 kilómetros para buscar un trabajo.
So he keeps on moving, and now he moves like 1,500 kilometers south in search for a job.
It seems that in the Argentine cinema quite often there is a sense of a gravitational pull that the city of Buenos Aires has. It's obviously the biggest city in the country. It's the cultural capital as well. It's where everything happens. And yet filmmakers seem to be either pulled into that city or wanting to flee, pushed out. They're trying to escape it somehow. Some of the great filmmakers of Buenos Aires of the last several years, Lisandro, Alondra, Lucrecia Martel, yourself, have often made films outside of the city, even though you may live and work in Buenos Aires. Can you talk a little bit about that push-pull between being in the city, working there, but maybe choosing to make films outside of it sometimes? Maybe I'll start with you, Roman, because your film is set partly outside.
Sí, yo también nací fuera de Buenos Aires y me crié fuera de Buenos Aires.
I also was born outside of the city of Buenos Aires, and I was raised outside of the city of Buenos Aires.
Y llegué a Buenos Aires a los 19 años.
And I was 19 when I arrived in Buenos Aires.
Y creo que ese impulso tiene que ver con esa necesidad del eterno retorno al lugar de origen, en mi caso al menos.
And I think that this has to do with this need of...
la necesidad del eterno retorno al lugar de origen, o sea, de volver al lugar.
This need of always returning, coming back to your origins, to your place of birth.
¿Qué es lo que hace el personaje de las piedras?
And that's what the character of the stones does.
No sé si la pregunta iba por ahí.
I don't know if this is kind of the question you asked.
Yeah, I think so. I guess it's the difference between where you work and where your imagination is. And it seems that for some filmmakers, many filmmakers from Argentina, their imagination might not be in Buenos Aires, but that's where they live and they work.
Sí, bueno, el protagonista lee un libro llamado El río sin orillas. El río sin orillas.
So the main character is reading a book. It's called the River Without Shore.
Que es un libro, un ensayo de Juan José Sarre que hace un revisionismo histórico
And it's an essay, it's a historical essay
sobre la ciudad de Buenos Aires y sobre las provincias linderas que conforman el litoral del país.
It's about Buenos Aires and the provinces surrounding the province of Buenos Aires.
Y allí Sarre decía que históricamente, sobre todo en la época de la conquista,
And mainly in the years of the Spanish conquerors,
Buenos Aires, por sus características geográficas, era solo un lugar de paso.
Buenos Aires, due to the geographical characteristics, was just a transit place.
Y quizá, él decía que quizá eso repercutió en nuestras costumbres.
And he said that maybe that had an impact on our habits.
Alison, you've come from the farthest away, although you live in Buenos Aires now. Most of the time you have also lived in Canada and in the UK. Can you tell us a little bit about what influence Buenos Aires, the city, exerts on your imagination as a filmmaker?
I first went to Buenos Aires about 6 years ago, just almost on a vacation, drawn there because of tango. I was fascinated with dancing tango. And I stayed and I stayed and I kept returning, and so there's definitely some kind of a magnetic pull that this city has. And as a filmmaker, if you just look around, you can't help but see beautiful opportunities for cinematography throughout the city. The colors, the crumbling architecture, the street life. You don't need a set designer to come and create that for you. It's all right there in front of the camera, so I'm sure that speaks to a lot of filmmakers.
Thank you. I want to just, before we throw it out to you for questions, ask one final question here, which is the difference between what's happening in filmmaking in Buenos Aires now as opposed to what we might call the Argentine New Wave. Pablo, you are very much a part of that. Other filmmakers who we've seen succeed at film festivals in the last 10 years or so, but it seems to us, when we went there, that there is a new generation represented here, Roman, Santiago, new filmmakers who are maybe working differently than the Argentine New Wave. Santiago, maybe I'll ask you to start. Can you talk about your own films and your ambitions as a filmmaker compared to your elders like Pablo here?
Bueno, mi formación como director en cine fue en paralelo al surgimiento de ese movimiento que se llamó el nuevo cine argentino.
I was studying to become a director at the same time when this new wave was growing.
Así que fue muy estimulante empezar a pertenecer o a aprender esas cosas mientras estaban haciendo todas esas películas.
So while all these movies were being shot, it was a big stimulus for me to be part of that.
Cuando estaba en el colegio, todavía, no sé, era un adolescente apenas, vi Pizza Birra Faso en mi primer año en la universidad, vi la película de Pablo, Mundo Grúa, bueno, y se empezaron a hacer una cantidad de películas que eran muy novedosas para el contexto del cine argentino.
So even when I was in high school and when I was in my first years of university, I saw Pablo's movie, Crane World, and that was very innovative.
Y yo siento que bueno, que mi aprendizaje como cineasta fue muy en paralelo a todo el nuevo cine argentino. Y bueno, hasta ahí.
So I guess, as I said, that all has been parallel, right? My education as a filmmaker and this birth of the new wave of new filmmakers.
Sobre todo había como una concepción de producción que creo que en mi película también es así, una idea de salir a filmar a la calle y bueno, y registrar la ciudad y registrar con mucho realismo el movimiento de la ciudad.
And the idea is shooting a lot on the streets, showing a lot the city and the people, and showing lots of realism in the movies.
Okay. And Carlos, your work has straddled in a way the Argentine New Wave before it and since it first came around. Would you say that your films have had an influence from the New Wave or have influenced some of the filmmakers of the New Wave? What's the connection between your work and theirs?
Es difícil porque yo soy el menos indicado para mirarme a mí mismo, para mirar a mi cine.
That's very hard to say because I don't think I'm the right person to talk about my own movies.
Mi capacidad de abstracción es muy limitada en ese sentido.
I'm very limited in my capacity of abstraction in that
Me
sense.
cuesta concebir el concepto de cine argentino.
And the concept itself of Argentinian films is very difficult for me to understand.
Para mí el cine es solamente mi próxima película.
To me, movies or film is just my next movie.
Pero yo supongo que cuando uno vive en una ciudad que tiene un movimiento cultural como Buenos Aires,
But when you live in a city with such a cultural movement like Buenos Aires,
quiera o no quiera, es permeable a esas influencias.
whether you like it or not, you are being subject to that influence.
Con The Cat Vanishes hay algunos que me dijeron, ¿qué Argentina que es la película?
Some people would say to me about my movie, The Cat Vanities, this is such an Argentinian movie.
Y yo no lo puedo ver, no, para mí es una película, en todo caso, sin color local. Pero bueno, evidentemente nosotros hacemos un cine que está adscripto a la realidad que vivimos. No es un cine fantástico, no es el cine de Hollywood.
So again, that's very hard for me to see. To me, it's just a movie with no localisms. But in general, we shoot movies that are not fantastic movies. These are movies very realistic, lots of reality.
Y compartamos o no lugares comunes, de cualquier manera todos nosotros estamos influenciados por una misma realidad.
And I guess that whether we have different ideas or not, we are all influenced by the same reality.
De cualquier manera, comparando con otras cinematografías, digamos, periféricas, el cine argentino tiene una característica muy notable.
But if we compare the Argentinian films with other industries within the film industry, but from other places,
que tiene que ver con la historia de Buenos Aires, que es una ciudad absolutamente cosmopolita.
I would say that it's very specific because it has to do with the history of the city of Buenos Aires itself.
Y para mí esa característica más remarcable del cine argentino es la diversidad.
And to me, the most remarkable characteristic of the Argentinian movies is the diversity.
La diversidad de miradas.
Different looks.
Somos todos distintos.
We are all different.
Eso es nuestro fuerte y quizá también nuestra debilidad. Pero así es Buenos Aires.
That's our strength and maybe it's also our weakness, but that's the way Buenos Aires is.
Nuestro más grande escritor escribía en inglés.
Our greatest writer used to write in English.
Thank you. That sounds like a good place to open it up to you if you have any questions or comments for any of the filmmakers about specific films, about the films in the City to City Buenos Aires spotlight as a whole. Please raise your hand and we'll start there, and you can ask in either English or Spanish. Yes.
Thank you, Cameron. Voy a hacer la pregunta en español. Yo soy Marcelo Estiletano del Diario La Nación de Buenos Aires y tengo curiosidad por saber qué tipo de preguntas el público les hizo a los cineastas después de las funciones de los public screenings que se hicieron aquí. Si les preguntaron sobre sus películas o también sobre la situación argentina. Me cuenten un poco eso.
I'm from La Nación newspaper from Buenos Aires, and I want to know what type of questions you got from the audience during the screening of the movies. Were questions about the movies themselves, or were questions about the Argentinian reality?
Anyone? Pablo? Go
Okay. Bueno, también voy a contestar en español.
I'm going to answer in Spanish.
En mi caso, la película se pasó acá en el 99, hace 11 años.
In my case, my movie was shown at TIFF in 1999.
Entonces, lo que preguntaban en ese momento tenía un poco esta mezcla de lo que hablamos acá, entre qué era el cine o qué pasa con el cine y qué pasa con Argentina como un país, ¿no?
So another time the questions would be, as we were mentioning earlier, a little bit of a mix between what was going on in Argentina at the time and what's going on with the filmmaking in Argentina.
Y bueno, en ese momento era mi primera película en un festival como Toronto tan grande. La pregunta era un poco intimidatoria porque tenía que de pronto hablar sobre un país y yo apenas había hecho una película.
So it was very intimidating, the question, because that was my first movie. And I wasn't asked about the movie itself, that's what I knew. I was asked to talk about the reality of my country.
Y también fue un aprendizaje muy rápido, como del poder que tienen nuestras películas.
And it was also a very fast learning process about the power that our movies have.
Y cómo se mezcla lo que es el cine y la realidad misma, ¿no?
And how film and reality blend and mix.
Entonces, un poco de las preguntas del público acá se dividían entre estas dos cosas, sobre qué era el nuevo cine argentino, o como se decía en ese momento, y qué era la Argentina en ese momento.
So there was the questions were divided. There were questions about this new Argentine movement of movies, at the time was new, and what was going on with Argentina and the reality.
Y entonces, un poco contestando sobre cine también o respondiendo sobre esta pregunta del cine también se hablaba sobre Argentina, digamos.
So while I was answering questions about the movie, in a way I was also answering questions about the country itself.
Y sobre esta relación también de que es un país que ha tenido y que tiene una tradición de cine desde siempre.
And also the relationship about this long tradition of filmmaking.
Y sobre la ausencia, por los motivos que todos conocemos durante muchos años, del cine.
And the lack of movies for a period of time because of reasons that we all know.
Entonces, hablando de las películas o de la realidad, siempre se mezclaba la pregunta sobre qué había pasado o qué pasaba.
So while talking about the movies or the reality, there was always kind of a mix about what was going on or what had happened in the country.
Y siempre se vuelve un poco a la misma sensación de las películas salen de la realidad o la realidad impulsa a las películas, ¿no?
So there's always this feeling about movies going out of the reality pushing the filmmaking.
I'm curious about other filmmakers who've had screenings so far and what kind of questions you're getting from the audience here in Toronto.
Sí, esta es mi tercera participación en Toronto.
This is the first time I come to Toronto.
I am a lucky filmmaker. Y Toronto es un festival sumamente especial y sumamente importante para un cine como el nuestro.
TIFF is a very special and very important festival for the type of movies we make.
No solo por lo que es evidente, que es un festival enorme,
Not because of the obvious reason, this is a huge festival.
que el mercado del film es gigantesco,
The film market is huge,
sino fundamentalmente por su público.
but mainly because of the audience.
El público del Festival de Toronto no es un público de festival, es a real audience.
The audience here at TIFF is not a festival audience, it's real audience.
Y para nosotros, y eso se nota en la forma en que preguntan,
And you can tell that from the questions people make.
y para nosotros es una oportunidad de testear nuestra película con un público real internacional.
And for
¿no?
us, it's a great opportunity of testing our movies in front of international audiences.
Sí, en ese sentido, Toronto es un festival único,
In
absolutamente
that
único.
sense, the Toronto Film Festival is a unique festival.
Thank you. I want to make sure we get other questions in if there are others who have questions now. Anyone else? Yes, back here, the microphone will come to you.
Gracias, voy a hablar español también. Mi nombre es Marcos, yo soy de Red Record de Brasil, Porto Alegre, y quería preguntarle, yendo a todos, pasando por todos, pero de Pablo a Sorín. Pasado 99 fue tu película acá, Sorín 3 veces aquí. ¿Qué ha cambiado en el cine argentino en este tiempo y qué ha cambiado en la recepción del cine argentino y latinoamericano, en la visión de ustedes, acá en América del Norte? Gracias.
So I'm from Porto Alegre, Brazil, and these questions go for Pablo and Carlos. Pablo, your movie's been here in 1999, and Carlos has been here 3 times already. So I would like to know if you perceived any change in the festival during these years, if you perceive any type of, if there is any difference in the way people receive the movies, not only from Argentina, but also from Latin America.
Bueno, insisto que mi capacidad de abstracción es
I
limitadísima
insist my capacity of abstraction is very
y
limited,
no va más allá de mi película.
and it doesn't go beyond my own movie.
Así todo, me parece que bueno, el cine está cambiando enormemente
I think that the filmmaking is changing a lot
en todos sus aspectos, tanto en los dos extremos, en la exhibición y en la producción.
in both ends, the exhibition and the production.
Y pienso que una de las cosas que van y están jugando a favor de cinematografías como la nuestra, que son cinematografías entre comillas pobres,
And I think that one of the things we have in favor, considering that our filmography is poor,
es el gran desarrollo de la tecnología que hace que ahora uno pueda afrontar una película con muy pocas peso en la espalda, con muy poco presupuesto, ¿no?
is the technological development. Now we don't need as much as a budget to shoot a movie.
Otra cosa que va a influir seguramente en nuestra cinematografía es el fenómeno del desembarco del Internet en el cine, ¿no?
And obviously internet and the movies has a lot of impact.
Donde ahora estar en Internet significa como un estreno mundial, ¿no? Es estar en todas partes.
Because if you are on the internet, you are everywhere. It's like an international release of your movie.
Todas esas cosas que evidentemente además provocan problemas de tipo comercial.
All these things, of course, create commercial problems,
Nosotros, o al menos yo lo veo en forma muy optimista,
but I see in a very optimistic way.
todo esto es una gran crisis de crecimiento.
I think this is a huge growing crisis.
Va a llegar el momento dentro muy poco que podamos filmar una película con un BlackBerry.
There will be a point not far in time where we will be able to shoot a movie from a BlackBerry.
Any other questions? We've got time for 1 or 2 more, and then we'll have to wrap up. Yes? Oh, you wanted
Para que
Pablo Trapero to answer as
conteste.
well?
Gracias.
Okay.
Bueno, bueno, un poco parecido a lo que decía Carlos. A veces es difícil hablar de lo que pasa con las películas después de hechas, ¿no?
I agree with Carlos. Sometimes it's really difficult to talk about the movies once they are shot,
porque hablamos mucho de las películas mientras las hacemos, ¿no?
because we talk a lot about the movie while we are shooting.
Entonces, cuando pareciera que la película ya está,
So when it seems like it's over,
en realidad uno empieza a hablar con otra gente distinta.
then you start talking to different people.
Entonces lo que pasa es que nunca se termina de hablar de las películas.
So you never end talking about the movies.
Y ahí quizás en esas conversaciones o en las preguntas de esas conversaciones uno va aprendiendo de qué pasa con esas películas afuera del núcleo íntimo de la realización, ¿no?
And that's when we learn about what's going on outside with movies while people are asking questions.
Y digamos, un festival como el TIFF, con esa repercusión hacia el público por un lado, hacia la industria por otro y hacia la crítica por otro.
And festivals such as TIFF, with so much influence on the distribution and critics and audience,
también permite que ese diálogo permita entender, ayuda a entender qué pasa con la película afuera, ¿no?
so this kind of dialogue helps us understand what's going on with the movies outside.
Y en ese sentido, tu pregunta sobre qué pasa con el cine argentino,
And about your question about the Argentinian movies,
creo que un poco la respuesta son las películas mismas, ¿no? O sea, lo que
I guess
pasa,
that the answer is within the movies themselves.
en el sentido, también tomando lo que decía Carlos, que hay una diversidad, una curiosidad y una cinefilia y un amor de los que hacemos las películas y los que ven las películas en
Because
Argentina.
as Carlos said, there's lots of diversity and lots of love within the people who make movies.
Y entonces, eso más allá del momento puntual, si es ahora, hace 10 años o hace 20, o dentro de 20, habla de...
And that's beyond when that movie was shot, if it was shot a few years ago, now, or in 10 years.
Mientras exista esa pasión y ese deseo de construir a través de las películas.
As long as the desire and the passion to build through the movies is there.
Ese espacio de discusión más concreto que se produce una vez que la película está hecha.
That discussion that is created once the movie is shot.
Digamos, más allá de los cambios que pueda haber en el futuro o la tecnología o el presupuesto,
from the changes in technology or budget,
va a seguir habiendo películas que permitan hablar de ese cine, en este caso en Argentina, o
there will always be movies that will let us talk about that type of movie, in this case Argentinian.
I want to just ask the filmmakers who haven't spoken yet.
Perdón.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to ask Roman, Santiago, and Allison, because we are pretty much out of time, but I wanted to end with a question about the group of films. So Kate and I and Diana have seen many films from Buenos Aires this year, and I wonder if you've seen each other's films, if you have had a chance to watch any of the other films in the City to City program, and if you have thoughts about how the rest of the films in the program might relate to your own filmmaking.
Bueno, lamentablemente solo vi la película de Pablo y la de Hugo Santiago, que son las dos películas.
Unfortunately, I only saw Pablo's movies and Hugo Santiago's movie.
Así que no sé si puedo decir mucho sobre.
So there's not much I can say.
La pregunta va dirigida en relación a si encontramos puntos de contacto entre...
The question is about if there are any...
When you watch the other films from Buenos Aires that are in the series, and even just generally other films from Buenos Aires, how do they relate to your own filmmaking?
Bueno, yo vi El gato desaparece, El estudiante y Mundo Grúa.
The Cat Vanishes, I saw Crane War. Perdón, ¿y qué otra? ¿Qué otra viste?
Y El estudiante. The Student.
And The Student.
Y estéticamente no encuentro una relación demasiado fuerte ni entre ellas ni de ellas en la mía, salvo, como decía Carlos hoy, en algunas cuestiones que son más como tópicas en el cine argentino.
So from an aesthetical point of view, I don't see many coincidences. I would see things in common in a broader aspect, as Carlos would say.
Creo que particularmente a mí, en lo que me relaciona, es en... no es porque estén ellos presentes, pero me parecen... no vi la de Allison, lamentablemente, pero estas tres me parecen... tres películas referenciales, diría.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen Allison's movie, but these three other films, I find them as a point of reference.
Incluso la de Santiago, que si bien es contemporánea a la mía, creo que fue la mejor película argentina del Bafisi.
And Santiago's movie, The Student, it's been the best movie in the Bafisi Festival.
Y entonces, en realidad, la única y la no menor relación que encuentro es justamente lo que me genera internamente ver esas películas para seguir haciendo, diríamos.
So I would say that the common factor I find in these movies is the feeling I get from them, and that makes me want to keep on creating and making more movies.
Thank you. And Allison?
I think my film is the only documentary film amongst us at the table, and the only thing I would say that maybe my film has in common with the other films, or what I see in common with in the other films that relates to my film, is that there's a real grounding in the reality. Even if there's elements of fantasy, there's still a real grounding in the reality. I see films and I think, well, my characters, who are real characters in a documentary, could equally make appearances in any of these other films. And the other thing I think that's maybe a thread between some of the films is that Buenos Aires is a really sexy city, and inevitably in all of the films there seems to be some moments where desire and sexuality starts to raise its head, even if it goes back down again. And I think that Buenos Aires has this kind of sexy tension to it as a city, and that's present in a lot of the films as well.
That's an excellent place to wrap up. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say before we thank the filmmakers that we, of course, weren't able to get all the filmmakers in City to City to be a part of this morning. We just didn't have the room. But we are doing another event later on today. It's a panel based around the City to City films and the theme of Buenos Aires. That will be happening at 6:30 today here in the building in Cinema 3. That's on the second floor of this building in Tiff Bell Lightbox. We will have the filmmakers who weren't able to be a part of this morning there, and it's an opportunity to have a free discussion without all the cameras present about filmmaking in Buenos Aires, so we hope you'll join us for that as well. And so I'll just ask you to join me in thanking Pablo Trapero, Alison Murray, Santiago Mitre, Roman Cardenas, and Carlos Sorin. Thank you.
Gracias.